This is Sarah Ducharme, and I am wanting to talk with you about the middle school and high school library website. This is your starting point for all kinds of great resources. So the first thing you need to know is how to get there, and there are a couple of different ways. Once you get there the first time, best thing to do is just bookmark it. So one way you can go is from the quick links to the library catalog, and then you can choose down here middle school and high school library. You can also go from the school page under learning and see the libraries page. And this will tell you something about all of our libraries. And the high school library website is here, or you could also click down here and find it here. Okay, so we try to put it in lots of different places. Once you get to a page that looks like this, of course the banner might be different, but it has pretty much this same look, then bookmark it. And when you bookmark, just a handy little tip, you can right-click or on a Mac, Control-click any of your bookmarks and choose Edit. And it will let you change the name or the label of the bookmark. So that's how you can have small little labels up here if you prefer. Like this one here for MetLife. Click, edit, and I just took the words right off. Okay, so anyway, just a little tip about bookmarking. Okay, here we are on the library website, and it opens up to the home page, and this is where you will find general information. The first thing you see here is the library catalog. You can search right inside here and it will open up to Destiny Discover. You can click here to start reading Overdrive ebooks or audiobooks. We have a separate lesson about that. We also have the Flipster digital magazines right here, the library hours. There's a list of all the different guides that have been made for different courses. If you'd like to suggest a link, we can add a link to this website anytime, and you can also see the latest news. We usually put a newsletter out every couple of months or so. After that, you get into the Books tab. And on the Books tab, you'll see many different choices. We have lists of books. There's a link to the catalog. There's a link to different kinds of digital reading. The library blog hasn't really taken off fully yet. I was hoping to have that be a big student thing last year, but maybe this year. This link next in the series will take you to a website that tells you the different books in a series, so you can see the order. And then there's Roosevelt Reads, which will take you to any of our activities for the year. So this is where we have information about our visiting authors and book week and those kinds of things. The book lists guide here from Books and More Book Lists. This opens up as a separate guide, and throughout the year I add to this when we get new books. Sometimes we'll have a list of fun things to read for your vacation. So just have a look in there every once in a while and see what might be happening on the book guide. For the digital books and magazines, that's where you'll see Overdrive. Here you can request a title in Overdrive that we should buy. Again, we'll have a separate video about how to use Overdrive, but it's a great service. This is where we also have our magazines, some recommended podcasts. These are all places where you can get free ebooks and audiobooks. So there's a lot of fun stuff there in the digital reading side. The heart of the library website is really the Research tab. So when we open up the Research tab, we begin with the research process, and we can take students through the different steps here for any particular research task. There are note-taking templates here that some of our teachers have used. Lots of different resources here for teaching the skills. The Find Information page is probably our most popular page because it has all the databases. So we talk over here a little bit about the difference among the types of sources that we have. And over here we have all of our different databases or subscriptions. These are all things that we pay for. You can access them from this page. I also recommend opening up this password document, and this will give you the links and the passwords in a Google Doc that you can just add directly to your own drive. So you can move to your own drive if you want. Okay. Oh, there's some students on it. Yay, they're using the databases. Okay, also on this page there are some good search engines. Instagrok is kind of a fun one for doing kind of like a mind map type search. EasyBib Research, I think, is a really smart idea where they've gathered all of the links that students have put in to make their citations. On Paywall is a Chrome extension, not a search engine, but that could be handy if you're using Google Scholar and can't access an article because it's behind a university firewall. So anyway, there's lots of stuff here. These search tips I tried to put in a way that you could explain to your own students. Of course, I would love to just do a mini lesson with your class about that, but if you are not able to do that, it's all here for you to go over with them as well. Some newspaper sources. This is just kind of a page that has some high quality stuff on it. There's a page for finding information and sounds and reminding students about how to use Creative Commons and search for images in Google that are labeled for reuse. Lots of things there. The citation help page is also a very popular one. Information about what plagiarism is and how to avoid it, different tools for making citations, different samples to look at. This page here, click for citation guide, this opens up a whole nother guide all about the difference between MLA and APA. And I'm gradually building lessons and things here so that we can really be directly teaching this skill. The other parts of the library website are pretty self-explanatory. In the middle school and in the high school, each subject area has its own page, and on that page I've put some subject-related resources and also any guides. So you can see here there's a guide for grade 9 lab reports. Here's a guide for a project they did in 10th grade around mining. And I love to make these guides. So please let me know if I can make anything for you to support your subject area. I'll just open up this mining one. So the guide would have anything about the task. It would have any templates or directions about how to do the project. And then it would have all different kinds of help with databases, help with searching. It might have different websites, maybe some explanations of keywords. So it really can have whatever you want on it. This is a very simple guide. It just has basically one page because these all go back to the library website. Other guides are more complicated and have multiple pages. So it's totally up to you. But I really do enjoy making them, so please feel free to ask me. This is a fun one of Mice and Men to give kids a little bit of context in the background of the novel. So please ask me to make these for you because I really do enjoy helping out. This page here, technology, there's some things here about some different presentation tools. This page here about your life online might be one to talk to kids about with some different ideas around digital citizenship. There's some avatar makers here, which can be kind of fun, especially at the beginning of the year to have an avatar to go with your Google account. And then on this page here, we have just kind of for teachers, some resources. This is where we have our research skills continuum. So you can open up and see the kinds of research skills that we would like to see happening at the different grade levels. And this is pretty specific, and I'm happy to talk with you about how we can directly teach any of these in your class, 6th through 8th grade and 9th through 12th grade. This is a work in progress, but I think that we are in good shape with how we're progressing with research in our school. Other general resources here. Here's something about the calendar. That just reminds me that anytime you want to work with me or do some planning together, I would love to meet. Just invite me to a time using email, or you can go to your Google Calendar and send me an invitation that way as well. Okay, well, I hope that's just a little bit of information about the library website, how to find it, and the kinds of resources that are here. Thanks very much for watching.